I've been lost in space for weeks after fighting the most epic battle of my life. I'm alive, but it's so lonely and so cold. But maybe, just maybe I could send a last message back home with the remaining power I have. I could reach the only one that I've ever loved. Oh, my beloved mighty cat. I know you're there. I know you. No matter what happens, even if I drift off into nothingness, I'll be thinking of you. It's always you.
What's up, my friends? It is Mr. Gallows, of course, and welcome back to another Fresh from the Theater reaction. Well, guys, today I just returned finally from seeing Endgame, and man, I was so looking forward to this movie, just like you guys were. I was a late bloomer to the Marvel universe. I'm a recent fan to all like Marvel and DC and superheroes. I didn't grow up with that stuff, but man, I've really become kind of a Marvel fanboy over the past couple of years. So I was really looking forward to seeing Endgame. How does everything wrap up? How are they going to conclude this amazing, all these amazing stories really in this final chapter here at Endgame? And what is my initial reaction fresh from the theater? Wow. Yeah, guys, let me say again, let me just repeat one more time. Wow. Like wide-eyed wow. I mean, I'm actually kind of a little bit emotional coming out of the theater. I mean, this is a very, very impactful movie. But the thing about this review, to begin, I should say, it's not going to be a very long, extended review just because this is a Marvel movie. It is filled with spoilers, and to go into too many details about the film would definitely be spoiling things. Yeah, I mean, I really have to be careful about how I talk, so it's not going to be a long review. But yeah, I mean, this film, I mean, my reaction to this is just like, I am floored. I mean, this is what I would classify as a perfect superhero film in every single way. I mean, I really am kind of speechless, like as I go into this film and try to describe this. I mean, I'm floored. I'm floored by this movie. And this movie's greatest strength is its characters. The characters, every single character in this movie is so well thought out and so well acted. Robert Downey Jr., oh my goodness. I mean, somebody give this man an award. I mean, seriously, he was so fantastic in this movie, and really, everybody was so good in this movie. This movie has such a sad, melancholy, very, very drab feel to it. I mean, it's really, really depressing. As this is a total sad tone to this movie, and I really, really like that because it's going with the darkness that was Infinity War, and it's supported by the characters who are just, I mean, they are in such desperation. They're in such desperate times, and every single character acts that so well, and it was so gripping. Another amazing aspect of this film is that it's really not a conventional Marvel film. It's not a conventional superhero film, right? But what I mean by that is that, every Marvel movie kind of stands alone, focusing on one character and one specific storyline. But with Endgame, it's bringing all these different storylines to an end. So they had to kind of brilliantly tie everything together here. And it's not, like I said, it's not focused on one character or one group of characters and one activity. It's everyone coming together as one force in one major jaw-dropping battle, and one epic kind of like, basically like the entire movie is like a build-up, right? Like it starts off really, really slow, and then during the second act there's a gradual build, and then by the third act you're just being punched in the face repeatedly, literally, by like every superhero that's coming on screen. And again, I can't get into too many details, but there's just so much going on. And one of the greatest qualities about that aspect there is that everybody loves these films of like these ragtag group of people coming together. Well, we've had that kind of in Marvel films with like the Guardians of the Galaxy and stuff like that. But now in this film, imagine, and again, I hope I'm not saying too much, but like imagine everyone coming together and fighting for this big epic battle sequence. There is so much going on. The third act of this film is like, I mean, it's like a light show at a planetarium. I mean, there's just blah, boom, boom, boom. There's just action going on. And of course, the action is so well done because it's Marvel. It's perfectly executed. And I mean, then the final battle leads into the end of the film, which obviously I can't touch on at all, but everything just flows so perfectly. It was set up, it was structured perfectly, acted perfectly, executed perfectly. I mean, it was amazing. I mean, yeah, let me just touch on that again. Like, the entire third act and the final battle sequence in this movie, let me be very clear, is probably, without a doubt, I would say, the best action sequence I have ever seen in a Marvel movie. And I've seen them all, we've all seen them all. I'm telling you guys, that final battle, the best action sequence in any Marvel movie ever, hands down. And it's not just because of how it's executed. It's because of the weight of the situation, of everything that's going on. There is so much depth and so much weight to everything going on. There is so much at stake. Like I said, so much desperation. And I'm not afraid to admit that I did cry a little bit in the theater. I mean, I will say, no, not full on cry. I never full on cry in the theaters, but it really surprised me. I mean, it really surprised me. I was like tearing up a little bit. I was getting a little misty-eyed in the theater, and Marvel movies, they're superhero movies to me. I never really get like that. But this one, man, it was how it ended. And again, I can't get into anything. It's how it ended. It's how everything, it was so brilliantly wrapped up. And an ending. And I mean, sure, people could say that it might get a little bit convoluted, it might get a little messy. Yes, it does have a 3-hour long run time, and it can feel like that at moments. But it really doesn't matter because the film is just so deep and emotional, and it's the most impactful Marvel movie we've had yet. And I cannot wait to go back into the theater and see this about 11 more times. So that means for an overall score, obviously you guys can tell it's going to be a very fantastic, super high score today. We'll go with a 95%. Yeah guys, 95%, absolutely outstanding movie, absolutely outstanding. And the only reason that, I'm dropping off that 5% is because, like I said, there are some parts of it that can be a little bit messy, some parts of it that can be a little bit convoluted at times, maybe even a little bit boring, but I even like the slow stuff in this movie, so I really can't complain too much. But the thing is, it doesn't matter because this is a gargantuan, fantastic, epic ending to the Marvel Universe, and it was so brilliantly executed and made for a superhero movie that it is deserving of every single point in my 95%. This is, without a doubt, I would say it's just about as good as Infinity War, but Infinity War was also amazing. It was absolutely amazing. So it's just about as good as Infinity War. Obviously, I highly recommend it. Get out and see it in IMAX with surround sound, with a group of friends, and this is going to be another shelfer for me, another Marvel movie I'm definitely going to put on my shelf here behind me. One of my favorite Marvel movies, probably my favorite Marvel movie right now. It was absolutely amazing. Well, my friends, that's going to do it for my epic reaction to Endgame. Now it's time for you guys to leave all of your thoughts, opinions, and your scores, of course, down below in the Great White Void. And as always, until next we meet, take care, and I'll see you.
Huh? Mighty? Mighty, is that you? Oh, Mighty! Oh, thank God! Oh, thank God! You've come at last! Oh, God! Mighty, I'm running out of oxygen! I have no food! I have no water! If you can hear this, please help! Please help me! Please, Mighty, you've got to do something! Find somebody somewhere to do something! Mighty, please! Mighty! Mighty, I know you're there! I can see you! Mighty! Mighty! Mighty, what are you doing? Mighty! Mighty cat! Get away from that refrigerator right now! What do you think you're doing? You don't touch that food! You leave it alone! You can't even open anything in that refrigerator! Mighty cat! Mighty, come back! Oh, God!